Hello my fellow video gaming minions. Now, over the years of video gaming, over the good old decades of gaming, you may notice that video game consoles, the hardware themselves, are not really that perfect, considering the fact that sometimes they malfunction, often the games crash, and often the system breaks down, unfortunately. You know, where it happens with your PS3s, Xbox 360s. I've had 4 Xbox 360s and 4 PlayStation 3s. On account of the fact that some of them are just not perfect. When it comes to my retro game consoles, however, my retro game consoles did last, and they lasted quite a long time. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've even had one of the gaming consoles from the 90s generation, the 90s era, actually break down on me. No siree. I just unfortunately moved from one console to the next as new ones were coming out. From the N64, I moved on to PS1, PS1 to the Dreamcast, the Xbox, PS2, etc., etc. But keeping that in mind, out of all the game consoles you have owned, how many of them have actually been the same? It's like, how many consoles have you purchased that are the same? Like, how many Nintendo 64s have you had? How many GameCubes have you had? How many PS2s have you had? How many Xbox 360s and PS3s have you had? You know, how many Dreamcasts? How many Ataris, in fact? Because there comes that certain console that you love so much, right? This is like your gaming console. This is the one, right? At least for now, or for all time, as a matter of fact. For me, that will always be the N64, the PS1, the Dreamcast, PS2, the GameCube, the Xbox, the original Xbox, Sega Mega Drive Mark II, etc., etc. But all those, you just have to have the one. Mine's probably the PS1. Even though mine personally, I grew up with the N64 because I had that for years on end, and I loved it to bits. But anyway, how many consoles have you owned more than once? How many of the same console have you owned more than once, basically? Have you had more than 2 N64s? I think the most of N64s I've had is actually 2. One from the childhood days, and then I unfortunately got rid of it. You know, as time goes on, you buy a new console, you have to get rid of the old one sometimes, but that was what I did. And not too a few years ago, I bought another N64. So this will be my second N64. I've had 3 Dreamcasts. I've had 1 Sega Mega Drive Mark II. This is my second PS2 and my second Xbox, the original Xbox, my first GameCube. So, you know, going through all the game consoles that you've had, sometimes, you know, they may have malfunctioned on you one day or another, or you just may have wanted to buy another one just for the sole purpose of collecting a different edition. You know, as the retro game consoles come in all shapes and all sizes, and all different colours, mind you, and all different editions, which was really fantastic with the retro game consoles themselves, like the N64, that came in all different colours and editions, same with the SNES. I love the customised ones as well. But not to go too much offhand, how many of the same consoles have you owned? I've just gone a few of which ones I've owned more than once. Some of them are more than once, others are first times, and they are lasting rather well, actually. You know, taking good care of your conditions of your console, keep it in good condition is really important. But sometimes there comes that point where it just may, you know, stop working. But in any case, you take good care of yourselves, my fellow video gaming minions. I look forward to hearing from you in the comment section or in a video response. I'm Dr. Virtual. I'm a retro gaming. Live on.